Welcome to this brand new series. We're on the Saxlingham map by Farm Sim Brisco. It's available on itch. It's not available on ModHub. It's a 4x map, brilliantly detailed map, fantastic. And we are going to be showcasing the Mercedes Benz Truck Pack DLC, which came out basically today, which is the 9th of September 2025. We already own one. We own the fantastic Unimog. So let's just go into the medium tractors, and that's where you'll find the Unimogs. And usually in tractors, well, they can actually pull tractors as well, so I mean plows, etc. So they can be used as tractors. In any case, this is the one we bought, the Unimog U527, and we kept it with the agricultural platform. We pushed it up to the U535, which is the highest horsepower, 354 horsepower. We left the same tires on with the wire tires. We didn't put the frame on. The warning signs we did put on. We left the bumper as it is. We put the big tank on, which just gives you a nice big tank on the side there. 300-litre tank. We kept the front hitch, well, we put the front hitch on, should I say. And that put on the front hitch there. Sure, we're about to utilize that. Sidewalls we left on. We didn't put the ACTRO Pro on that. I don't think we're going to be plying with this. And we changed the color slightly. Well, there it is there. Fantastically detailed, lovely looking piece of equipment. I do love the Unimog. Although this is the new shape, I still like the old shape. We are going to try through this series to buy every single vehicle on this in this mod, well, this DLC, and utilize it. Now we've got £243,000. We're not going to buy the vehicles. We are going to utilize the financing operation, or options, should I say. So if we go into buying a vehicle, let's just go for any vehicle. Let's just use one of these Mercedes. You've got the hire purchase option down at the bottom there, and that is what we're going to utilize for the rest of them. We have bought this Unimog we do own, but that's going to be the only vehicle we own. Until we have paid up and bought everything on hire purchase. We will alternate between all the different options and the amounts of deposits depending on how much money we've got, etc. Right, so that's the premise of that, and that's going to apply for all the equipment. So we've got nothing else, or the only piece of equipment we've got at the moment is this Unimog. Right, let's just go into the map. So it's a fairly extensive map, lots of fields. Everything seems to be really, well, our stuff is really concentrated down the left hand side. We own quite a few fields. I haven't looked at these fields yet, but the farm and the farmhouse is up here. We own field 7 and field 19, and those two fields are ready to harvest. We also own the production sites, which is 87, field 87. I think this is 88 and 89, and that's where we are now, and we own a couple of productions on there. We'll get through to the actual productions. This is a flour mill bakery type operation. We have another bakery as well, I think. We've got a small specialized cheese making operation, and we've got a diesel plant where we can manufacture diesel from crops. Right, we've also got purchase points on most of the farms. So I think this is a cattle farm, so we can buy milk from there in addition to our own product that we create. I think in Farm 86, I think there's a farm there that we've got that we can get and buy, I think, hay and grass. I'm not sure exactly which or where at the moment. We will find those out as we go along, but we can buy in product from wherever we can get it. There's quite a few little places where we can buy them, and we'll see those as we go around as well. So let's just get out here. This over here is the back of the store. So we've got a flour mill and another mill in this area here. So that's where we'll be doing our flour. And in here we've got a bakery, a specialized bakery. And I'm not sure what was this? This was, oh, I think this is a multi-production facility. If I remember correctly. Let's have a look and see. Hopefully this is where there we go, manage production. Yeah, so we can produce a lot of different things here. So bread, cakes, canned peas, all sorts of things, clothing, goat milk, bottled, pig food, potato chips. So there's lots of different things we can, and the idea is that we can buy things and produce stuff ourselves. So essentially we are basically producers, and we have a little farm where we can get some of our product from, but we have to source materials from different places, or inputs from different places. We have 243,000, so we don't have a huge amount of money. So we've got to try and find ways of getting the equipment that we need, paying for it, but also buying in different product. So if we go straight up here, we're going to head up to our farm, which is just up the drag here. It's not too far away. The Unimog is fantastically detailed. This is my slowing down point here, because we turn into the farm right here. Let's just go into the cab and have a look around while we're here. So the cab on the inside, fantastically detailed. We've got a back camera which is showing up in the center there. Fantastic. Right, so this is our house. We have quite a bit of storage space here, and as you can see, there's nothing in there. Absolutely nothing. We've got a diesel tank which has got 10,000 litres of diesel in it. We've got this field here, and the field we can see in the distance there, they have to be harvested. So the first thing we have to do is get a harvester. We need to get that pretty quickly, as soon as I've shown you around the farm. There's nothing in the garages. If we just go down the back here, we've got our workshop down there, and we have a buy station for our seeds, etc. We do have to buy it, so the co-op has just been very good in putting up a silo for us, and whatever we use we have to pay for. Right, so I'm going to just park this up here and then I'm going to buy a harvester, and we'll get stuck in with a harvester, and we'll probably have to buy a tractor and a trailer to get going. Right, let's have a look and see. So the other thing that we're only going to be using, because we're using Mercedes, we're only going to be using the Mercedes vehicles from the pack as our machines. We're going to be trying to buy everything else German as well. So if we're looking for, it's not really where we want to be here for a harvester. We can use class, we can buy a class, a Fendt, and I think those are the only ones that we have here. Case, I'm not sure of. Case might be German as well. I'll check into that, but I think I'm going to go for the Lexon. Yep, I think, should we go that? Are we going to go the 8000? No, we don't need to go that big. How many horsepower? 507. I think it'll be alright for the size of fields that we've got right now. Is there potential to buy bigger fields? So we've got this field here, which I don't think we need to. We've got precision farming on, by the way, so we need to check these fields out. We have bought the info for these fields here, but we'll have to work on those fields, which means we have to buy in some more tractors. Right, so the first thing we need to do is, as I said, let's go and buy we'll buy the class. We want something decent in size. 13,500 litres in terms of capacity. Yeah, that's good. Standard wheel setup, we're not going to change that. So we're going to do hire purchase on that. Is that the lowest we can? Yeah. So the lowest we can do is a 5% deposit. We're going to pay this over 5 years because it's a pretty big commitment on that one there. Right. Do we want to pay off 121,000 in 5 years' time? I think that's the way to go. And that will limit us. Yeah, so we're going to go for option 4. So the interest rate is 5%. It's going to cost us 5,000 per month. And at the end of the period, we're going to have to pay an additional 121,000. So the total cost is 470,000. Not too bad. Option 4. And purchase. Rightio. So now we've got to go and find a header for that. So let's get back, and a header, grain header, and I wonder if it'll be able to handle the flex. I think it will be able to. It's 507 horsepower, so there's no reason why it shouldn't. It doesn't say. Well, we'll see. We shall see. So we can buy that in hire purchase. We'll pay the minimum, and we'll do it over 4 years. 5 years. Option 4. And purchase. And we're going to have to buy a header trailer for that as well. There we go, header trailers. I wonder if this one will. I I wonder if this one will. It's probably not. It's a big thing. So we'll go the 60/45, and we'll purchase it. Also over 5 years. The whole thing is over 5 years on these. And option 4, purchase. Right. So we'll just tab on over there. Let's go and get this all loaded up and go and start harvesting. So this was going to be our really big purchase. We need to still keep money to go and buy some product in. Oops, it's a little bit tight here. It's a little bit tight. Should work out okay. There we go. Just drive around, put this onto the trailer. Oof. Yep, that's fine. Oh, is this overkill for the trailer? Not really, I don't think. Go. Snaps on nicely. Right, head on back up to the farm. We'll see you once we get there. Or maybe you want to watch going up. You might want to watch going up. We might create some traffic jams. You just never know. Let's zoom out so you can see exactly what happens. Oh, the gate isn't open yet. We're playing on 3 times speed, of course, which is fairly standard when I start these types of let's plays. And we'll see, this one may well eventually be able to go to 5 times speed. Can't see any cars. They're just going to have to wait for us. Put the flashes on. These madmen. You can see I'm 100 miles long and they're still trying to overtake. Fantastic map, this. It is free to download. There is an option for you to make a donation to the modder as well. I'll put the links in the description. The DLC I'm pretty sure everybody knows about. Well, this is pretty tight. I think we're okay. We definitely are okay. Right, let's get this parked up there and we'll get it hooked up. We'll get started on the small field. I think that is barley and the other one is wheat. We can get that into the mill and we can get bread going somewhere. Then once we've got that started, we can look at getting a tractor and a trailer. And we can start putting things into our barns here. So I haven't really spent any time at this point on any in-depth look at these, at the trucks and the systems. There's a loading system, I'm not quite sure what you call them, with the loading arm and the bins on the back, and we will look at those as we go along. I'm going to switch that on. Oh, first of all we need to, how many years have I been doing this? I still forget to unfold machines. Right, let's get going. There we go. We'll do a header and then we'll put it onto a worker. Glad to see that this actually runs this big header quite nicely. I'm not going to do any straw at this stage. We may introduce the straw harvest DLC as well at a later stage, but I want to concentrate on the Mercedes Benz. DLC for now. It's a bit of a delay in my thinking. I was trying to get around that corner. Oh dear. So that field over there has to be done as well. It's pretty tight, and that's why I'm doing the headlands myself. I might actually do this whole field myself. Long time since I've done a whole field of harvesting, and normally get workers on them so we can do something else for our farm to keep it moving on. So we'll put this onto a bit of a time lapse and we'll get back to you once we have to go and buy another piece of equipment. Let's just get that organized, and we'll jump out and go and buy a tractor and a trailer, or on hire purchase, of course, on the never never, as they say. Right, let's have a look and see what there is to buy. So we've got 13,500. So let's have a look at trailers, and then we'll see what we need to pull, how big a trailer we need or can work with. Where are the trailers? There they are there. And we want to buy a, so there's plenty of German type trailers. I think Rudolph is German as well. Brett, now I'm not sure of, but that one is up to 37. We don't want anything too big. And how much do these take? 39,000. So I think that might be the way for us to go. This one here is 39,000. What's the difference? Let's have a look and see. Main color. And this one. This one can tip, I think. Looks like it's got hinges at the back there to tip that up. I'm not sure that the other one has got doors at the back. Decal, no. Well, we'll leave that on. Right, so let's buy that. And we'll buy that on 3 years, I think. Maybe 2. 2 years is how much a month? Monthly cost 317. 2 years 461 per month, or 364. So we'll go option 4. Hopefully we've made decent money then. Purchase. Okay, so now we need to buy the correct vehicle for this, and that is part of the mod. So got to go into trucks, and I think it's this one here, isn't it? I don't think we need to buy the big one. Has that one got the hooks on? Yeah. And I wonder if, so that's 144. What's the difference? What is the difference? 428 horsepower, 450, 510, and this one can go to 510. So that one can, yeah, I'm not quite sure what the difference is. We'll go for the cheaper one for now. That's this one here. So, configuration, let's have a look. Edition 3. Pro cabin, do we need a cabin for this? I don't think we need a cabin for this. I quite like the two-tone, but we'll change the main color to, we're going to be a green, and that's not the type of green I want, I don't think. Design color. Room color I'm quite happy with. Higher purchase 156,000. It's probably going to have to be a 5-year job, this one. And yeah. And option 4. So hopefully we've bought the right truck for the right job. There we go. So, indeed. Now I've got to just work out how to work this now. So we're on. Load container. There we go. Nice and easy. So what we can do is we can actually offload this next to the field. You can just fill it up. I don't think we'll have to do that just yet. It'll be when we get to the bigger fields. But we'll see when we're back at the farm. Right, here we are back at the farm. Loving the cameras on the for the rear views. Let's have a look and see if we can. Can actually get into the right position just using the cameras. It's a bit difficult to see, isn't it? Right, so that's our first Mercedes truck. Looks fantastic, doesn't it? Liking our colour scheme. Got to try and remember that for the. Don't know if we'll be able to do them on all of the vehicles, but yeah. Fantastic. Let's get out of here. And we'll finish off this field on a time lapse and get back to you once it's done. Right, you're back with me. We've got one more pass to do and then this is done. Then what I think we'll do is we'll get the worker onto the other field, see if it can manage it, and then we'll go and deliver this to the flour mill, and then I think that's where we'll end this first episode. It's my intention to keep this fairly short and frequent. Sort of pretty much every day. Might mean that we will have 2 episodes on some days when we'll have some of our New Hope videos coming out as well. But you can choose which ones you want to watch. Hopefully you want to watch both. Let's just get this done. And then we'll drive on down to the bottom and get this started on the wheat field. Go and make this delivery. Then in our next episode we will buy some tractors, and we've got 2 other fields that I think need to be cultivated and planted, and we'll get working on those as well. These of course will also have to be cultivated and planted. Right, there we go. Quite a heavy little increase on there. Right, so let's get that going. Looks like it should be okay. It's not complaining about doing the job. Just see it off, and then we will go back and deal with our delivery to the mill. Excellent. Right. Let's get everything started up, and away we go. There we go. Look at the inside of this. Fantastic. Nice little sleeping area. Not that we need to sleep. Detail as always with Giants models, and I'm just loving that. Those side cameras. Hopefully that'll be a regular feature now on our on vehicles that come out in the future. Always struggled with just the mirrors, but with this I feel quite comfortable looking around the side here. Not used to driving in cab. It's always filming for the... Took a bit of a chance, didn't even look, did we? There we go. 70 miles an hour we can do, but I don't think this can do 74 miles an hour. I think it can do 55 miles an hour, which is what these trucks should be doing, I think, if I remember correctly. Let's have a look at it from the outside. Yeah, looking good. Looking good. So to get to the mill we have to go right at this next junction. And we go right here again. Really should have somebody manning the gate, shouldn't they? Let's see how this works. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So what we'll do is we'll go and drop this off, and we can refill that with the wheat. Actually, let's go and where do we work this thing from? There we go. So barley flour, and we'll activate that. What do we have? Storing. Yep, I think that comes out. It's probably here somewhere. Remove grain here. Will we get these lorries in there? Will we get them in there? Never thought about that. I built this. Should do. Start filling, what is it? Wheat, barley. So you could start filling with the barley and not the flour, so that's the grain. And I'm hoping then that the flour will actually come out here. Start filling. Big food. It's probably going to come out in pellets. In any case, we'll see. Not quite sure. Haven't used that mod before. In case, we'll see when we're back at the farm now. I'll tell you, we're back at the field, and just in time because it has a full tank. So what we're going to do is we're going to empty that out. This is a much bigger field, so it's probably going to take a little bit longer. And then what I'll do is I'll go and drop off this container on the side of the field down there, and then every time it's full I'll just pop back and empty it, drive the combine over and empty it out. And I think that's there. We'll just drop this off, and then we will end this episode here. The next episode we will go and we'll buy another one of these and go and buy some product to add into one of our other storages. I'm going to just leave it on this field for now. It's probably somewhere around there. It's going to go backwards, isn't it? Right, drop off container. Oh, it's so smooth, fantastic. And detach. Lift arm. There we go. Well, that's where we're going to end this episode, as we go and buy another one, and then we will look to, we'll just park this here, because we might buy a milk tanker and go and start some cheese production, because that's good money. Alright, so thank you so much for watching this first episode. I do hope you've enjoyed it. I do hope you like what we're going to be doing. And we'll catch you in the next one. If you've enjoyed it, of course, please like and subscribe. And cheerio.